And this is my mom, and we will be talking about why I refuse to wear my cochlear implant and why she thinks I should.
Hi, I'm Dawn. I'm her mom.
Yes. Um, so I don't like to wear my cochlear implant because it just gives me anxiety and it just makes me feel like I'm different from others, and I prefer to not wear it because then I feel like I'm the same as everyone else, regardless if I have hearing loss or not.
Okay. Um, let's give a little backstory as to why you have it. Um, you were born extremely premature.
Right.
And you had hearing when you were born, but due to medical conditions, you lost some of your hearing. We were always told when you were younger that a cochlear implant would not help you and that hearing aids would work since you did have some hearing.
Yeah.
So we decided against it. Well, when you were about 6 years old, an audiologist told us that your hearing was getting worse. So at that point, you did become a candidate for a cochlear implant. So we decided to get you one in one of your ears. We decided that one was enough and that we would let you make a decision if you wanted to get another one, the other ear done when you got older. Why I think you should wear your implant is because it made a difference in your hearing.
Right.
You don't like it, in my opinion, for vanity reasons.
Right.
You don't want to wear it because you don't want people asking you going, ooh, what's that?
Yeah.
Or that it makes you look or feel a particular way, when I think you should be wearing it because it clearly helped. For things like when we used to live in a 2-story house, before you got it, if you were upstairs and I would call your name, you wouldn't hear me.
Right.
When you got your implant put in and when you had the processor on, I could call you from downstairs and you would respond.
Right.
So to me, it clearly helped your situation, which is why I think you need to be wearing it.
Right.
And I just do not understand why that seems to be a struggle for you. I mean, to me, it seems like your struggle is not the fact that it helps you. It's more that you just don't like how it looks.
Yeah, no, I don't. Because it's just one of those things where it's like hearing aids are more subtle. Like cochlear implants are just this huge thing that's just like on your ear. And, people can easily just like see it and, ask about it. And it just makes me feel uncomfortable. So I just like don't wear it.
But does it help you when you do wear it?
Yes.
Then what's more important, whether or not it helps you or how you think people think you look?
How it helps me.
Right. So again, that's where I think that I'm right in this situation for wanting you to wear it. COVID. This whole thing with COVID is a perfect example of that, because you use the hearing that you do have, but you also read lips.
Right.
That's how you're able to understand what someone is saying to you. With everybody wearing face masks, you have no idea what someone is saying to you when they're talking. You can hear that they're saying something, but you don't understand what they're saying. Like right now, you're looking dead in my face.
Yeah.
Because I know, to speak a little bit louder, I know this ear is the ear that you can hear out of. This is the ear that the implant's on, so you have no hearing at all.
Right.
So since I'm not sitting on your good side, you need to look directly in my face to be able to read my lips to know what I'm saying. If I had a mask on right now, would you be able to understand anything I said?
Nope.
If you had your implant on right now and I had a mask on, would you be able to understand anything I said?
Partly yes, but also partly no, because I would still need to read lips to fully understand what you're saying, to match what I'm hearing when you're talking to me.
Okay, that makes... Okay, so in that regard, the implant doesn't help you. You still have to read lips whether you're wearing your implant or not. Okay, so... And that's not something I ever knew before.
Right.
I didn't know that before because again, this whole situation with COVID is a whole different
Yeah.
thing, and it kind of threw, a monkey wrench at things. But I understand where you're coming from, where you say you just don't like how it looks and you don't want people asking you questions. But I don't understand why that's your biggest concern, especially when you're wanting to go, into the business world and
Right.
the companies you want to work for.
Right.
I don't think anybody's going to care about that.
True. But a lot of that has happened when I was younger, though. Like when I'm at my deaf school, we all have the same experiences, so I never have a problem wearing my cochlear implant around them. It's usually when I'm around hearing people and, they're curious when they see something different in somebody that they either rarely see or, just haven't come across someone that's like that. That's when I tend to feel anxious because it's like I don't like talking about it.
Okay, so it's your anxiety more than how it looks.
Yeah.
So basically, you don't want to have to deal. Your anxiety of not wanting to deal with people,
yeah,
is driving this more than I just don't like how this looks on my head.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense to me. And again, I'm glad we're doing this because I didn't know that. My thing was always, you don't like how that's just dumb. Most of the time you would wear your hair down so nobody saw it anyway. So I just was not understanding that whole idea of, I don't like how this looks on my head, so I'm not wearing it. I'm sorry, what? You know what I mean?
Right.
So because I know you are more comfortable in the deaf world for obvious reasons. Like you barely like to talk. Like you only talk to your family. When you go outside, you basically, you sign for the most part because you've told me since you were little, I think I sound funny when I talk. For me, since I've raised you, you don't sound funny to me.
Right.
But I can see where you think you sound funny.
Right.
Just based on the fact that you can't hear anything out of one ear and you can only hear a little bit out of the other.
Right.
But I think the fact that, you're going into the business world, you have a lot more, especially the companies you've told me you want to work for, you have a lot more hearing people in these companies than deaf people.
Right.
And, you need to be able to hear them and understand them clearly.
Right.
So, but hearing you say that a lot of this is more of your anxiety than the actual implant itself, I think that's the part that needs to be worked on, is your anxiety. I think once you can get past your anxiety of wearing, of dealing with people, then you feel more comfortable wearing your implant because it doesn't matter if they ask you about it or not. And a lot of people, I honestly think a lot of people won't ask. It's been around long enough. People know what it is. They know what it's for.
Right.
They don't have to ask. It's like, okay, she has some form of hearing loss. She's wearing a cochlear implant.
Right.
But that's just my opinion. But I need to, now I see better your position on this. I see that it's more to do with anxiety than vanity.
Yeah. So
I think, do you see where I'm coming from with you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I definitely do see where you're coming from, and I do agree with some of the things that you're saying, and the things that I have to work on in order to be comfortable with the idea of wearing it and not letting people around me bother me about it.
Yeah. I think with the situation, and I've always felt this way, which is why I didn't push the issue. Once you turned 18, I stopped pushing the issue with you wearing it.
Right.
Because I can't force you
right.
to do anything at this point. But I think we're both right.
Well, yeah, in some, yeah. I think we're both right.
You think we're both right
Yeah.
in that you understand why I think you should wear it.
Yes.
I think it'll do nothing, but because like I said, from my standpoint, once you started wearing it, I saw a definite difference in how you were able to respond to things that were being said to you,
Right.
even from far away distances where I know you didn't hear before. Once you started wearing that,
Yeah.
It was an immediate difference.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I was getting frustrated. And why don't you want to wear this? You know it helps you. We never had to fight with you about your glasses. You've been wearing glasses since you were 2 years old. It's like the minute you put your glasses on, it was like, ooh, look, I can see. And you never once took them off. Even when you were just wearing regular hearing aids, you would still just pull them off. It's like the hearing aids it was always a fight for you. Like you didn't see the benefit.
Yeah.
In any of it. And now I'm seeing, just in having this brief conversation, which we should have had a long time ago, that it was more, you don't want to be asked about it. You want to, it makes you feel more normal. What you call normal, although you're normal, in my mind, you're normal. There's nothing wrong with you.
Right.
You're normal. But for you want to feel like everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's funny because, so I've always hated the idea of wearing hearing aids or, cochlear implants since I was a little kid. And, when I went into the deaf world, I noticed that a lot of kids, even adults, hate wearing hearing aids. So it's not just, me that doesn't like wearing them. It's a lot of deaf people that hate wearing them in general.
Well, I know, I remember one of your friends, I think it was Emma.
Yeah.
When I had a conversation with her mom about it, Emma being completely deaf, she has cochlear implants for both ears, but her mom said Emma still doesn't talk.
Yeah.
And she's had them since she was a little kid. She said she got them for Emma for her to hear and be able to be like people in the hearing world. She got them for Emma just so Emma is aware of things happening around her.
Yeah.
Like if she's walking down the street, she can hear cars, she can hear, things like that. So the cochlear implant doesn't always help everyone just hear perfectly like some people may think.
Yeah.
But like I said, for me in your situation, I saw a definite difference in how it helped. And I, like to see you get back to wearing it. But I understand right now, why you don't want to.
Yeah. And
we need to work on that aspect of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get it now. I'm glad this was something you had to do, because I can't believe this actually opened my eyes to something, because we never had this conversation before.
Yeah, no, we briefly had this conversation over the years, but we never truly sat down and talked through it.
We never talked through it. Yeah. Yeah, it was always me going, I don't get it. Why don't you wear it?
Right.
And you I don't like how it looks. And that was basically the end of the conversation. So, yeah. So, okay. I think we have something else to work on in regards to your cochlear implant now. Now we can actually work on, helping you get past wearing it.
Yep.
So, yay.
Yay.